serve maybe on average about 360 to about 440 families a month. Basically, we give out food to families that just don't have enough food to go around. We are always ordering food. Most of our stuff we order through the Depository.
The Greater Chicago Food Depository is the food bank that serves Cook County. We have 600 partners in the community: food pantries, soup kitchens, homeless shelters, after-school programs for children, and they are 600 completely different organizations, each one of them wonderful in their response to hunger in their community. People in our community, not only are they not getting adequate amounts of food, but they're also not getting quality food, and that's an increasingly important part of what we do. We get food from all over the country. We get it from the manufacturers, the retailers, food drives, and then all that food comes back here. A lot of times it needs to be sorted, inspected, repackaged. We make sure that that food is safe. Once that food has been sorted, then it becomes available to all of our agencies.
The Food Depository is an absolute blessing.
The Greater Chicago Food Depository is our strongest partner. Over 50,000 pounds of food is given from the Food Depository each month. There's a strong need here in Lakeview. We've had a 15% increase in the numbers of people served just over the last 6 months.
What we're seeing is a lot of people who are the working poor. They just don't have the funds to stretch. And so when you're talking about food, you're talking about lights, you're talking about transportation needs and clothing, just basic essential needs, sometimes food gets kind of pushed down.
It is surprising how you can still have a job and be at poverty level.
What ends up happening is such a catch-22 is if your income level is here, then you don't qualify for some of the assistance programs. And so we're finding that a lot of people are just, with the rising cost, they're not having the money to buy food.
Oftentimes, people think only about the Food Depository giving food to the food pantries, but there are actually a couple of other programs that we have. Probably the most well-known of these is our produce mobiles. Every day, these trucks go out into the community loaded up with fresh produce and other perishable items, and they distribute that food directly as if they were a farmer's market. Up to 200 individuals are getting to go home with quality food. Giving people choice about the fresh produce that they take to their homes really begins to empower them to lead healthy lives. The Greater Chicago Food Depository isn't just a food bank. We have a wonderful array of programs. One of these is a 12-week-long job training program, Chicago's Community Kitchens. This program prepares individuals to have jobs in the hospitality industry. It prepares them to be successful. Every day they prepare quality, nutritious, made-from-scratch meals that go out to our network of children's programs called Kids Cafes. These are after-school programs for children where a child can come, there's mentoring, tutoring, and they get a hot meal. Sometimes it seems so complicated. How do I get involved? And actually, it's pretty simple. One of the things that we like to say to people is give what you can. If everybody in this community gave 1 can of food and gave $1 and pledged 1 hour of their time, we would successfully push hunger out of this community.
If there was no Food Depository, I don't think we would survive.
The Food Depository, if you work it, it will sustain you.
There's a need here. People need food. People should have food, and we're going to help them get food.
There are so many people who need food, but there are so many people who want to be the response. And our job is to connect the two. And we will never be able to show all of the gratitude we feel for all of the men and women and children who every day say that there is no room for hunger in our community.